Hello friends and family! If you have ever tasted almonds, you will certainly not be able to forget the crispness and fatness of fresh almonds. In today's video, we will have the opportunity to visit the immense almond groves. We will see how farmers here grow and harvest almonds. Almond trees are widely grown in many parts of the world, but the two countries that produce the most almonds are the United States and Spain. The United States accounts for about 80% of local almond production, mainly in the states of California, Georgia, and Oregon. Meanwhile, Spain is the second largest almond producer in the world, with growing regions mainly in Andalusia and Catalonia. In addition, some other European countries also grow almonds such as Italy, Greece, France, and Portugal. In the Asian region, China and Iran are also almond producers. Because almonds are cold-tolerant trees, they can be grown in many countries around the world. However, to produce high-quality almonds, the climate and soil condition must meet specific requirements for this type of tree. Almond tree planting usually begins in spring, typically February through April in temperate climates. This is considered the ideal time for seedlings to flourish. Before planting, the soil should be thoroughly prepared to ensure optimal growth of ginkgo. This includes digging about 30 to 45 centimeters deep and wide, removing rocks and weeds, and applying organic and chemical fertilizers to improve soil quality. Using a hard paper protective coating is one method of protecting almonds from stem borers and limiting exposure to sunlight. The cardboard mulch acts as a physical barrier, helping to prevent the entry of stem borers into the tree. It creates a strong barrier to prevent borers and other insects that can attack and nest in the trunk. In addition, mulching with cardboard also helps to limit direct sunlight on the trunk. This can be helpful in preventing sunburn and reducing the intensity of direct light on the plant. The right amount of light is needed for the growth of almond trees. Cardboard mulch can help keep the tree moist and provide an optimal environment for the almond tree to grow. It can reduce the evaporation of water from the trunk and soil, keep the moisture in the ground more stable, and avoid water loss too quickly. The pruning process of almonds usually takes place 2 to 3 years after planting. Choosing the right almond pruning time is very important to ensure the growth and yield of the tree. Usually, farmers will prune their almond trees in the winter, especially in December or January. Choosing winter to prune trees is because at this time, the tree is in the dormant stage and the growth activity of the tree is reduced. This reduces the possibility of damage to the tree after pruning and also reduces the risk of disease and mold infection. The time from planting almonds to harvesting the first litter usually lasts 3 to 5 years. This is the stage when the almond tree needs time to grow to be sufficient size to develop the ability to reproduce in order to bear fruit. However, after the first harvest, the almonds will continue to grow, and each year they will produce more seeds. Subsequent harvests from the second year onwards will have a gradual increase in production and continue for many years thereafter. Therefore, in order for the almond tree to have its first harvest, the farmer needs to be patient and take care of a tree during the period of 3 to 5 years. This process requires attention and provides optimal conditions for plant growth, including proper watering, soil care, and protection against pests. The time from almond flowers blooming to harvesting usually lasts from 4 to 6 months. Almond flowers usually bloom in spring, especially around March to April. This is the season when ginkgo trees begin to grow and flower beautifully. The blooming process of almonds creates a beautiful landscape with delicate pink flower clusters, forming a beautiful scene in nature. When the almond flowers bloom, the tree becomes a canopy full of flowers, casting a pink sheen over the landscape. Almond flowers usually pale pink, but some species are white. The flowering period of honeysuckle is usually short, lasting only a few weeks. Therefore, honeysuckle season is a special time for people to enjoy the beautiful scenery and enjoy the gentle fragrance of the flowers. In addition to create a beautiful landscape, honeysuckle flowers also play an important role in pollination and fertilization. After the almond blossoms bloom, the flowers attract insects such as bees and butterflies to smell the scent and harvest the nectar. During this process, pollen will be transferred from the stamens of one plant to the stamens of another tree, creating favorable conditions for fertilization and later almond development. The time from almond development to harvest lasts from 5 to 7 months. This process involves a growth phase that leads from small size to maturity and turning from green to brown or another color, with the harvest usually falling in the fall. Almonds are separated from the protected hard shell after harvesting and processed for consumption or processing into almond products. Fall is coming. Everyone is ready for an exciting almond harvest. The green fields lined with eagle trees are waiting for us to reap the sweet fruits of love and effort that the farmers have poured out. Across the construction site, state-of-the-art machines were prepared to perform this noble work. One of the most popular machines used to harvest almond trees is pruners. This machine is designed for cutting and removing branches and leaves of almond trees. Pruning removes unnecessary parts and facilitates fruit harvesting. After the tree is pruned, is the main stage for harvesting. Almond tree harvesters often use vibration and suction technology to separate the almonds from the branches. The vibrator will vibrate to make the almonds fall. At the same time, the machine will use a suction system to pick up the ground almonds and transfer them to the container. After being harvested from a large field, hundreds of tons of almonds will be gathered at a certain location. Here, the almonds are put into the cleaning machine. The machine will use a suction and vacuum system to remove dust and impurities from the surface of almonds. Thanks to the vacuum principle, dust and light impurities will be sucked into the filters, while heavy impurities will be retained. After being harvested from a large field, hundreds of tons of almonds will be gathered at a certain location. Here, the almonds are put into the cleaning machine. The machine will use a suction and vacuum system to remove dust and impurities from the surface of almonds. Thanks to the vacuum principle, dust and light impurities will be sucked into the filters, while heavy impurities will be retained. After harvesting, almonds are transported to processing facilities or factories for further processing. Here, almonds will go through steps such as peeling, cleaning, and drying. This is followed by processing, which may include roasting, clying, pulverizing, producing almond oil, or processing into other products such as marzipan, almond milk, or other almond products. Almonds, after being processed into the final product, will be packaged according to the specifications and standards of the factory. How do you feel about the process of growing and harvesting almonds in this video? Let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss other interesting and useful videos in the future. Goodbye and see you in the next video.